Must-win game for Mount Evelyn to keep their finals, to keep them in finals chances alive, to really make it interesting. Obviously, last time they met, I mentioned round 8, it was Mount Evelyn by the solitary 5 points. So Monbulk will be looking to get one back on him here. As they look to go to positions now. And play will not be far away now. So midfielders make their way to the ground now. And we're about to resume play here now. So players, midfielders make their way to their positions. And interestingly enough, I see skipper to today, Spencer, starting in the midfield. Normally starts as a defender. We know he played that role on Aaron Muller in the year when we called the match of the day, match of the round, game. So it looks like he's starting in the midfield. Wonder if that's a move that they've been using later in the season. As the ball's thrown up here, Gordon wins the tap down to O'Neill. Spencer with the tackle, and he's going to get the free kick straight away for holding the ball. Spencer immediately brings it wide, looking for Heavily. He takes the mark down there, out on the close wing to me right here. He brings it short to Beercroft, one of the players I labelled as to look out for today, averaging 20 disposals, consistent contributor to the scoreboard. He goes long, looking for it. A target up there. Evans has started forward. He was unable to hold the mark, but now ball at the bottom of the deck, handball at the top. Mount Evelyn look to run this one out now. They go through the far side. It's a high kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can, but it's in the hand of Monbulk, and taken is Rob Savoury. So Savoury now has a look around and decides to just go down the line. Gordon parks himself underneath him. He can't hold on to the mark. Bursting their way through. There for Mount Evelyn was Want. He goes down the line and finds a teammate there on the far side at half back. Signalling for the players to present, and they opt to go short to the skipper, Kift. So Kift now right on the wing, has a look around, then brings it inboard, a neat looking kick, and does that well, fighting Smith. Smith now, Kift runs around the back, possibly for the handball, but opts to not go to him. They go short to McKernan. So McKernan now puts a kick inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Not quite, but it's punched over, and it's going to seek its way over the boundary line for a boundary throw in on the far side of the ground. So inside the 450 here for Mount Evelyn. No team registered a score as of yet. Tap down. Handball out for it. It looks like Shepherd gets the clearing kick out. High up and under. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. As it makes its way out to the back and punching it forward was Havern. And it's going to make its way over the boundary line as well for another boundary throw in, this time in between half forward and the wing. So, interesting enough, they started, as I mentioned, they started Evans forward, and they've gone with Rutherford in the ruck up against Gordon here as the ball's thrown in now. Tap down. Now Monbulk with ball in hand, running around. They get the handball out the back. Now handball down the line. Can they get out of this stoppage? Yes, they've got out of it now. Short kick down the line. They've got a man out on his own. It's now on the far side of the ground, right near the scoreboard. They bring a short kick inside. I think it might have been intended for Evans, but hardly travelled anywhere. But now they get the handball at the back. Moving it forward here is Burley. He's tackled, but they managed to just get it out. Moving Beercroft overruns the footy. Now it's out the back. Handball. Mount Evelyn look to move it through Kift. He gets a handball over the top. Now they're out here. Kick down by Gibbons. A neat looking kick, and he's done that well. And he's found a teammate out in the lead in Bailey Garbett. Garbett wastes no time putting inside 450, but a nice intercept mark taken there by Monbulk. So now they bring it out of the defensive 50 and find Beercroft on the far side. Started this game well. A couple of early touches. He just goes long down the line Just looking for nothing material. Havern just puts his fist out and punches it over the boundary line to provide a stoppage down here at half forward here for Monbulk on the far side of the ground. So no real once. Both teams have had a couple of looks inside forward 50, but none of them really have got that connection as yet. Sure, or Bill, we've only been going 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. No ruck get a tap to that, but Gordon goes in and gets it. That's smothered off the boot though. But Mount Evelyn get it back. Handball, couple of handballs through the pack. Now Monbulk have it, but they've turned it over. O'Neill gets a clearing kick out, kicks it down to the centre of the ground now. Mount Evelyn can move this, through the centre of the ground. They go through centre half forward. Kick is a little dribbler kick. Savory comes up to meet it. He's overran the footy. Handball back to Kiff. Kiff just chucks it on his boot because there's an open goal square. Has the bounce. It's going to go the boundary line for boundary throw, which is not the worst result for Mount Evelyn. So they can try and lock it inside the forward 50 to provide an opportunity here for the first goal of the game. So the umpires just making sure the ruckmen are in position. So they're still going with Rutherford. Ball's thrown up. No ruckman got a tap to it. Going in and get it was McKernan. Is he going to get a free kick? Yes, he is. So Ryan McKernan with the first chance of a shot on goal in this game. He'll kick this 30 directly in front. Off the high contact free kick. A couple of Monbulk players are claiming he ducked. But he's got the free kick. So McKernan to put the first opportunity to put the first goal of the game on the board. In he comes directly in front. Kick is on its way. No win to real deal with here. And he puts it straight through. There's the first goal of the game. Riley McKernan of Mount Evelyn. They skip out to a 1-goal lead. So like I said, that stoppage was real crucial because they could try and lock it in to provide an opportunity inside their forward 50. As no one had really got a clean possession or a clean connection piece link up inside that 450 as of yet early in this game. So they just got it in there, locked it in there and provided the pressure and finally came out on top of the first goal of the game. As the ball's thrown up now, Evans now goes in the ruck from Monbulk against Gordon. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Beecroft goes in and gets it. Now he's got it in his possession. Now they can move it forward. Kick it inside 450. It was Banks. Banks puts it down there. Can they gather it? Yes, Mount Evelyn do. Tackled by on a Hoskin. Umpire quick with the whistle. He'll ball this one up. Deep inside the 450 here from Monbulk. So do they have an opportunity to kick a goal here to quickly respond to Mount Evelyn? As the ball's thrown up now. Gordon wins that tap. There's a handball out into open space. Banks gets it. Handball at the back now. Kick high up and under. Yeah, contest going to be made. Punched over the back. Who's going to be the first to get there? Managing to get it, falling over, but still managing to get it there was Monbulk. Looks like a mystery number 31 that I might have missed. So the ball to be balled up here. Evans and Gordon. Evans wins the tap down. And it's just into open space now. Big hip and shoulder here. He's going to give away a high contact free kick is Beecroft. So free kick going the way here of Tom Burkett. In the back 50. Decides to just come to the middle of the ground to Jackson Merritt. Merritt goes further. Finds Want. Finds plenty of the footy in the back half, does Want. Now he comes down the line looking for a target here. Can he quite get it? Not quite. He was looking for Chamberlain, but Chamberlain's going to give a free kick away for a push in the back against Aaron Hall. So Hall will gather this on the wing. Has a short option if he wants it, and he'll use it. So now they can set up play. They have another option in the middle of the ground. A bit high of an under, but still manages to hold on to it. Hewson goes wide. Has a player out wide now. Done that well. Now they bring it in board. Rutherford's there, but the kick's just not going to quite carry to him, and Hale can intercept that mark. So Hale brings it in board, looking for O'Neill. Makes him work a little bit, then he plays on to Kift. Kift has his kick smothered by Evans. Evans tries to barge through a tackle, does well. Gets a handball moving forward. Now the ball's at ground level. Who wants to go in and get it? Still at ground level. I think the umpire might have to blow his whistle here, or is it going to find its way out? No, the umpire does blow his whistle to call for the ball to ball this one up. So he'll ball this one up here now. Tap down. No, and Monbulk looked to try and get out here, but that handball was partially smothered. They've got it back again now. Handball out the back, but Mount Evelyn now with ball in hand, but their tackle straight away was Hood. And it's going to be a free kick. It's going the way of Monbulk, so I think holding the ball was paid, even though there's no advantage being paid as yet. Couple present. They go wide, looking for Rutherford. Can he hold it? Not quite. He ends up going for the fist option and punches it over the line to try and lock it in for a forward stoppage. So the two rucks to go battle here. Rutherford will go back in the ruck in the forward line up against Gordon. But Gordon just muscles him out of the way. No free kick if both players will hold on to each other. O'Neill goes in and gets a handball at the bottom of the pack. Picking it up there, ground level was Hoskin. He's met with a tackle and the umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up. The ball's thrown up here, tapped down. Bursting their way through for Mount Evelyn was Hale. Now they get a kick moving forward. It's a nice strong mark out in front taken by McKernan, who is the first goal scorer and the only goal scorer of the game so far. Goes up the line to Michael Gibbons, plays on, then puts it to centre half forward. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. Savoury almost at the inset mark, but gets it on the rebound anyway with a handball at the top. Spencer handballs it and they don't know who he was supposed to go to. And down the line, switching the play to Haverley now. It's tucked up in the back pocket. So Haverley will go down the line looking for Havern. He's pushed out a bit by Fuchs. Now ball moved down the line. Mount Evelyn with a chance. Doing well and stepping out. That was Chamberlain. Chamberlain has a chance to have a look at goal now, but he's missed the whole lot. And it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So stoppage in the forward pocket here for Mount Evelyn. Score still 1-6 to Monbulk yet to score. So tap down there, both rucks probably getting a tap to it. The umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up. Ball's thrown up into play here. Tap down. The umpire is giving away a high contact free kick, matter of fact. And it's going to go the way of, is that Chamberlain? Yes, it is. Daniel Chamberlain will get another look at goal here for Mount Evelyn second. This will be a good start here, Mount Evelyn. Got the win last time over Monbulk by 5 points at their home deck. Now they've come to Monbulk and look to make an early statement with 2 early goals. So Chamberlain comes in. Kicks on its way, doesn't hold its line, goes quite across the face, but is that a mark? Umpire calls the play on, must have been punched out just in time. Now they link up through Savoury. Savoury decides to go wide and does that well. Now they can look to go down the line. Kick is smothered, so it'll be play on as soon as they get it. Shepherd comes in, gets it, but gets a high hit. So Shepherd will be the free kick, recipient of the free kick. Peels to the 25, doesn't quite get it. So Shepherd just goes down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can out in front. Rutherford. So Rutherford now will have to kick this all outside the arc. Tight angle. Back himself in though. So he moves his way back. So in he comes now. Tight angle. Looking for Monbulk's first of the game to even up the score. Kick is on its way and it looks like it's not going to register a score. It's going to go out of bounds on the full. So Mount Evelyn to bring the ball back into play. They go short and find Inaps. So Inaps brings it in ball. Dangerous kick as now it comes back in the hands of Monbulk. Burley gets a handball moving forward. Now they go back to Evans, but he's met with a tackle straight away. And they go back again. Now they go down the line through Hoare, switches the play to Beercroft. Can he get it in? No, sorry, it's not Beercroft. It's down through 31. Now they go forward now. Griffiths puts it inside forward 50. Havern presents a punch from behind. No mark taken. Now they go short little kick looking for Burley. Sliding mark and holds it. So Ryan Burley, the playing coach, will look to kick the first goal of the game for Monbulk and even up the scores. So Burley now, much closer than Rutherford was. Kicked these from about 30, 35, 40. Slight angle, but not much to deal with those. Burley comes in, kicks on his way. Distance is not a problem. Does it hold its line? Not quite. Goes through for a minor score there. So Monbulk was the first score on the board. Not the score they would have been looking for, but it is 106 to 011. McKernan, the only goal scorer from Mount Evelyn. As now Mount Evelyn go down the line, up and under kick, dangerous as they punch it over the line to Monbulk now. And it'll be a boundary throw in there. I'd like to thank some of our game day sponsors today: Hillsville Greyhounds, Local Footy Hub, Pettis Suspension and Brakes, Architectural Cladding Supplies, Game Phase Vision, as well as Ready Recovery, Play Hard, Recover Harder. Use code Local Footy Hub 15 at checkout as we go forward. Down the line now. Couple of handballs. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Mount Evelyn here. So they look to have another chance to go inside 450, create an opportunity. Top of the 50 it is now. Could get out the back, chasing after it. Here is Hourahan. Can he get in possession before it goes over the line? The answer is no, it goes over. Another sponsor we'd like to thank today is BMK Commercial Carpentry and Plastering, BMK Built. Thank you for sponsoring today's live stream. As the ball's thrown in, Evans wins that tap down. And a tackle laid there. The umpire blows whistle to ball this one up. This ball's thrown up now. Tap there, one by Mount Evelyn and Matt Gordon. A couple of players claim to dive on it, but the umpire disagrees. It says it's just a ball up. Couple push and shoves after the stoppage as well. So Matt Gordon will go up against Campbell Evans. So the ball's going to be thrown up here. Gordon tapped down. Now O'Neill goes in and gets it. Gets a hand. Interesting looking handball. Goes back and gets it. Gets a handball over to Hood. Hood chucks on his boot towards goal. Can they make something from this? Chasing hard after this was in fact Garbett. But it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. If you're watching this, you're obviously on Local Footy Hub, but make sure you check out the app or the website while you're here for all your live game stats, fixtures, results, and news. As the ball's thrown back into play, Evans tap down. As the ball makes its way out, snap towards goal by Hourahan. He's got it! Second goal to Mount Evelyn for Jack Hourahan. Great snap around the body out of the stoppage. So Mount Evelyn go to an early lead. 2 goals, 12 to 0 goals, 1-1. Something from nothing there from Hourahan. Just grabbed the ball and chucked it on his boot. Did well to keep the composure in his stoppage. Stayed strong. Just managed to hold its line. The ball's thrown up here. Evans with the tap down. O'Neill's first one there though, but he's met with a tackle by Adam Banks. O'Neill's been busy in the stoppages early. They'll look to try and nullify his influence as Evans tries to grab it out of the ruck, but then drops it. Beercroft intercepts that, then puts a kick inside the forward to the top of the 50, sorry. Spencer chases after it from Monbulk and appeals to deliberate. What's the umpire going to say? Just throw it in. They always try and get the deliberate. We've seen a couple paid, but not often. This ball's going to be thrown back into play now. It's thrown in. Evans, tap down. Umpire gives away a throw, so incorrect disposal going the way of Mount Evelyn. They waste no time going up the line. Kick tunnels through them, through big Will Gordon, but unable to get it in there as they go handball at the top. So Mount Evelyn through Haverley gets around the tackle of Hood, but then doesn't get around the second tackle of O'Neill. And now they try and move it forward though. Bottom of the pack, tackle is laid. Can someone get it out cleanly before the umpire blows his whistle? Not quite, so a ball up is what will be happening here. As the ball's thrown up, So Will Gordon goes back up against Rutherford. He goes out. Hood goes in to try and get it. He gets it at ground level. Handballs over to O'Neill. He's met with a strong tackle straight away by Banks, who looks like he's playing a close eye to O'Neill around the stoppages. We know, I mentioned earlier, averaging 27 disposals, but 8 clearances, a game and 28 disposals. So he's definitely a key factor since coming across this season. This ball's thrown up. Rutherford gets a tap down there for Monbulk. It then goes off the ground. Doesn't really go anywhere. Beercroft picks it at ground level. Handballs back to Shepherd. Shepherd winds up. Can he go long range goal? You bet he can, and puts it through for Monbulk's first. I said earlier in the game, great distributor of the ball is Lockie Shepherd. He's a big, long kick, playing that half-back, but moved up to more of a wing role now later in the season, and he's consistently hitting the scoreboard now. Kicked 2 goals last week, and that's the first for Monbulk and the first for him for this afternoon. So they make their way back to the mill now. To resume play here. Gordon gets the tap down from Mount Evelyn, but Burley gets it on the bounce. He's met with a tackle straight away, though. So umpire will go with this ball to resume play here. As it's thrown up. Tap down there by Rutherford from Monbulk. Try to appeal for the high contact free kick. That was going to be holding the ball, probably incorrect disposal. Either one. Kift will be the recipient. Now he wastes no time playing on and gives the handball over to Want. They love the ball in his hand, distributing off the half-back line. So Mount Evelyn can move forward here. They're inside 450. Can they get a chance at goal here? Met with a strong tackle. It's probably going to be holding the ball, and that it is. Good pressure in the back half there by Monbulk. Rob Savory with the recipient of this free kick. He wastes no time playing on. Horahan tries to close down the space, but they gather it early to cut this one off. Now, kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. It's just punched to the front of the pack. Mount Evelyn are the ones who mopped this one up. Handball out to the middle of the ground. So here they go, streaming up the middle of the ground. Nowhere really to go, though, so they've had to backtrack and go wide. Just bowed him. Now Monbulk had the ball in hand again. They kick it in front of Havern. But it's going to trickle its way over the boundary line for a boundary throw in, half forward here for Monbulk. So starting to bring themselves into the game now. That Lockie Shepherd goal. Zilly stuck a fire. So look to try and get another one to try and gain the lead before the quarter time break. 21 minutes has gone in this quarter. This ball's thrown back up. Tap down. It's a big tackle laid there. I thought it might have been a dangerous tackle for a second there. We don't know. Sometimes this season, obviously, I had to make a big stand on it for obvious reasons. So sometimes you've got to be wary of the tackles. So it's thrown down here. Gordon taps it down. Now they get a click inside 450 Monbulk, beating it forward. Now they can swing around, put a kick, centre and kick, looking for Haverley. How's it going to sit? Not quite. He loses. He slips over at the wrong time. Now the kick comes out the defensive 50, looking for Chamberlain. He's caught from behind though, but he's still going to get it. Matter of fact, Chamberlain tucks it on his arm, has one bounce, then has a player running over the top, uses him. Now they run around. Here is Garbett. Tries to go back to Chamberlain. Handball doesn't quite get to him in time as he's met with a strong tackle now. A couple of handballs link out of there and a kick down the line. But it's going to be intercepted, beautifully intercepted there by Luke Inaps, who puts it straight back inside forward 50. No mark to be taken. Kiff can park himself underneath it. Kiff snaps around his body. Open goal square and bounces straight through. Mount Evelyn put their third goal on the board for the game and puts it away for 11. Puts it out to an 11-point margin. Great stuff by Kiff. We mentioned he's a constant goal kicker, has a bag of 5 early on this season. He has kicked the 21 goals this season at 1.4 average per game. As they make their way back to the mill now. As the ball's thrown up into play now. Tap down now. Monbulk to bring it wide. And it will sit perfectly for our mystery 31. Down the line. Looking for Havern. He's beat to the ball there by Forbes. As they go over the top here. They try and go for the high contact free kick. Umpire assumes that he ducked for it, so a play on. Want has his kick smothered. Beercroft grabs it now, gives a handball to the running player. Then they can go back inside 450. Monbulk searching for their second goal of the game. Haverly's deep in the goal square. He gathers it. Can he shrug off his opponent here? Runs around, then puts a centering kick in. Can a mark be taken? Sliding forward, unable to hold the mark. There was Houston. Now it's going to come back out. Can it hold the mark? Yes, it can. So calling it down is Jasper Barry. Barry brings it back in board as a neat kick to Skipper Kift to kick the goal just before. So Kift at half back. Looking for Hood, but it's a great intercept mark taken there by Beercroft. So Beercroft now has a look around. Tap down. Gordon gets it out the back and then just clears it out of the stoppage. And it's going to work out all right here because he's got a player running out here in Tom Burkett. Shrugs off opponent, then gets an overlap run by Hoskin. Hoskin goes down the line, a neat mark taken there. And they can immediately go down here. Looking forward play, but it's a nice intercept mark by Rob Saver, who's done that a couple times this quarter. Quickly brings it back into the middle to the ruckman, Evans. Evans switches play. Beautiful kick. Now they look to go short. That they do. Short down the line. Now they go forward to Beercroft, who started this game busy. Beercroft now switches it. Nice play down the line. Gets a nice kick in there to Lachlan Smith. Smith outside the arc. Puts it into the pocket. Sees something in his legs. Can he hold the mark? Yes, he can. Does he beat the line? Yes, he does. Mount Evelyn appeal for out in the full. The boundary umpire says it's all clear, and Riley Finlay will have a shot at goal to look to kick Monbulk second. Tucked up in the pockets. It's going to be a difficult kick. But you see what kick he goes with here. Goes with the check side. How does it sit? Just across the face. So 1 goal, 2-8 now for Monbulk, trailing 3 goals, 18 Mount Evelyn. If you're on the local footy app last night, all the Outer East Facebook and socials, you would have seen that the Outer East Footy Show was posted last night. It's posted every night, every Friday night at 5 p.m. So make sure you join that for all your stats, news, previews, and reviews of all games. Hosted there by Steph Barkers, Ada Miller, and newly panel member there, Adam Brogdon. Jason Watt plays on from the full-back down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can, but it's intercepted here by Beercroft. He can put it back inside. Matter of fact, it's Houston who can put it back inside forward 50 here. Kick inside forward 50. It looks like it's going to be intercepted. Interestingly enough, he went with the punch and it stays in play, but now it trickles its way over. It was almost trouble, because I thought it was going to sit and play and give an opportunity for Monbulk to pounce on it, but it does find its way over the boundary rope. Ball's thrown into play now. Gordon with front position and then just slaps it forward, and it's going to find its way over the boundary rope. And it's going to be another stoppage and boundary throw in. So 26.5 minutes gone in this first quarter, so not long to go in this quarter. Remember, it's 18-minute quarters, including stoppage time. So if it goes over the 30 mark, it's never far. And as I say that, there is the siren there. Score one. It is Mount Evelyn who lead Monbulk at home. 3 goals, 18 to 1 goal, 2-8. Goal kickers on the park from Mount Evelyn. Damon, the skipper, kicked one. Riley McKernan kicked the first goal, and Jack Horan kicked a beautiful snap over his head. The lone goal kicker for Monbulk is Lockie Shepard with the first goal of the game. We will be back here to join you back for the second quarter action. As the players make their way back out. So they run to their positions now. And the spectators make their ways off the ground. Play ready to resume shortly. Just waiting for the final spectators to go off the ground for play to resume. So now, umpire holds his hand now, puts the ball in the air now for the siren to during the second quarter action will be Gordon. As I have a look down here, Gordon and Rutherford again will start in the ruck for Monbulk. Big hip and shoulder there at the ground level as Mount Evelyn look to try and get this one out. Did they drop the ball? Umpire probably on the wrong side of the stoppage to see that one. Lets it play. Shepherd now gets it and just chucks it on the boot, puts it inside forward 50, looking to get any momentum going forward here. But it's Mount Evelyn who get the ball out, tucks it under his arm, does Forbes and kicks it out. Can a mark be taken? Gibbons does well with the body, then gets it out the back, and then just snaps it around on his boot. And a nice kick works out all right to McKernan. He's kicked one goal already today. Waste no time, putting a long kick inside forward 50. Chamberlain is there, knocks it forward. O'Neill spins out of trouble, gets a handball back to Kiff. Kiff just chucks it on the boot straight away. Who wants it? Savoury bounces over his head. Now it's punched forward smartly to Rutherford. He comes wide. Can they hold the mark? Yes, they can. So, just a cooler there to get themselves out of trouble for now, Monbulk. No options really presenting. Now kick down the line. Flying high as Rutherford, unable to hold the mark. Coming behind his Forbes. He's met with a strong tackle. As the umpire sees this, he's going to call for the ball to be balled up. Shepherd with the tackle there. So now, ball up the top. Both holding on to each other, so who's going to get the free kick? It's going to go the way of Monbulk, because I'm just assuming because that's the way he flung him. Yes, it's going to go the way of Monbulk there. So now Rutherford now with ball in hand. Kicks down the line looking for a Vern. Doesn't stay in play though, goes out of bounds on the full. So they'll look to bring the ball back into play here, Mount Evelyn. They go short. Does that well, finding Barry. Barry goes wide. Does it stay in play? Yes, it does. And it's a nice mark by Horahan's. Kicked one goal this afternoon already. Wastes no time. Puts it deep inside forward 50. Can it mark be taken? Is that in the back? Yes, the umpire gives it. It was plain obvious. Probably just a clumsy move in the end. There's going to be a free kick going the way here of Matthew Gibbons. Matter of fact, it's not going to go to Matthew Gibbons. I thought it was, but it's going to go to Bailey Garbett. So, Bailey Garbett now. Look to put through the first of the second quarter, and Mount Evelyn's 4 for the game. Garbett comes in. Slight angle, but pretty much directly in front. Kick is on his way. How's it hold its line? Not quite. Goes through for a minor score. So it's actually Mount Evelyn's first behind of the day. 3 goals, 119. Leads 1 goal, 2-8. Now they go laterally to Monbulk. They find a running player there in Hoare. Hoare down the track line now. Does it right now. Monbulk look to bring it back inside the 450. Bring inside play now. They go back outside to Spencer. Spencer puts a kick to the top. Forbes parks himself unable to hit intercept mark, but they still manage to get the ball in their hands in Mount Evelyn. Garbutt puts his hands over his eyes because he can't see it quite in the sun, but it's a beautiful intercept mark taken there. Just trying to gather who it is, but it's Monbulk. And they waste no time playing on. Brings it into Wirtz. He's going to get a free kick for interference there. He'll have to bring it back at half forward here. They all crowd the goal square. They'll all look to present. It has no real options. So Wirtz just pops it into the pocket. Can a mark be taken here? Her Verm presents, unable to hold the mark. And it's going to come all the way out. Picking up McKernan deep inside the defensive 50. He is this time. Barry now. Handball over the top. Gets it to Gibbons. Gibbons wastes no time. Brings it outside. Interesting looking kick. Could put Smith in a bit of trouble. Now bottom of the pack, going in, gathering it there, doing well with Thornton. They put a long kick inside 450. Havern in a 2-on-1, and it's the 2-on-1 that comes out on top. So Luke Inaps brings it wide, does that well. So they look to use the outside of the ground now. Do Mount Evelyn to try and get out of this back 50. Matter of fact, they're going to bring it and switch it back to Forbes. Forbes brings it wide to Barry. So Barry has a look around. Keeps looking, then went to go one way and decides to just come down the line. And it's a nice intercept mark being paid there. Taken by Kai Lind. So Lind, short ball, does that well. Finds a skipper for the day, Spencer. Spencer puts a kick inside 450. Can a mark be taken here? All flying high and holding on to it. What a pack mark by Cam Evans. The big ruckman who I said started the game forward. It's flying high with a massive mark here. So Evans to put through his first goal of the afternoon. Kick straight through the middle. What a way to finish up a great pack mark there. Cam Evans put through his first, and that's probably, I imagine, not much is going to top that. The game phase vision mark of the day. I think Cam Evans is already the winner of that one. So Monbulk 2-2-14 now, trial Mount Evelyn 3-1-19. Other sponsors today, we'd like to thank Hillsville Greyhounds for the match of the day, Local Footy Hub, Pettis Suspension and Brakes, Architectural Cladding Supplies as well. If you're watching this, you're obviously on the Local Footy Hub, so make sure you go and check all the live match stats, results, news and reports. You can see there all the footy shows as well as they get the ball out here now to Mount Evelyn. One bounce. Now they look to move it forward. Quite fumble. Good hip and shoulder applying the pressure there by Cameron Griffiths. Now they can move it forward, and they've done this well here. Gives it over to Havern. Wheels around. Puts a neat looking kick inside the forward 50. Forbes comes in to cut it off and does well to intercept it. Now Handball go with the top to Barry. Barry, short kick down the line to Hood, and he holds on to it here. So Brody Hood has Barry on the outside. Thought about it for a second, but then didn't use him. Brings a shorter kick. Does that well to Hourahan. He comes shorter to Barry. Barry comes backwards to Kift. Kift plays on and then winds around and puts a kick down the line. Get a mark be taken. Not quite, but it's going to be a push in the back. Free kick here. It's going to go the way of Mount Evans. They're going to have another look at goal here. Hourahan tried to take the advantage, but it doesn't matter because there was some obviously backjack to the umpire, and McKernan's going to get a 50-metre penalty here and look for his second goal of the afternoon. So he's still on a slight angle, but he's virtually 12 metres out, so 15 metres out. So you'd hope he put this one through, but I hope I haven't put the commentator's curse on him there as he looks to put for his second and Mount Evelyn's fourth. And now he comes in. Kick is on its way, and he puts it straight through for his second. Mount Evelyn now lead this 4-1, 25 to 2-2-14. Got an 11-point lead here down at Monbulk Recreation Reserve for Local Footy Hub exclusive match of the day for the Outer East. Also like to thank Ready Recovery, play hard, recover harder. Use code Local Footy Hub 15 at checkout for 15% off for all your recovery needs. All your recovery needs, compression boots, mouth tapes, you name it. Ready Recovery, you have it. So make sure to use Local Footy Hub 15% off at checkout. As the ball's thrown up now, Gordon grabs it out of the ruck, Mount Evelyn, but Evans gets a strong tackle, but Gordon still manages to get a kick out. Hood gets it. He's met with a tackle. Did he get rid of it? Umpire says yes. Is that in the back by Beecroft? No, the umpire says no. So he's going to call for the ball to be balled up here now. As the ball is going to be thrown up as centre half forward here for Mount Evelyn. Tap down. They kicks partially smothered. So now Monbulk will just get the clearing kick out. Coming back the other way and almost taking a beautiful mark was Want. They still managed to get it. Barry does well, gets a handball out the back. Now they give it back to Want. The handball wasn't quite in his favour, but he makes it work, but then falls over into a Beecroft tackle, and he's going to be pinned for holding the ball. He's just trying to store some time here. We said Beercroft is a goal-kicking midfielder. They're so valuable, those goal-kicking midfielders, so we'll see if he can put through this one. He'll kick this all 45. Slight angle, looking for Monbulk's third and his first of the afternoon. He'll take his time here. Bit more free-flowing this quarter after it. Bit of a slow start, we'll say from Monbulk, but it was a slow start at the start of Mount Evelyn. It was ping-ponging back and forth as Beercroft now comes in. Kick looks beautiful off the boot. Doesn't hold its line. Just goes across the face. So unfortunately, 2-3-15 are Monbulk to Mount Evelyn's 4-1-25. So Mount Evelyn will bring the ball back into play. Want goes wide. Now they look to, he hasn't seen many options presenting. So he's told just go long down the line. Then has his kick smothered. How's this going to stay in play? Not quite. It's going to go right over to the Mount Evelyn bench actually, and it's going to be a ball back in there. This ball's thrown back into play now. Grabbed it out of the ruck. Monbulk now, they can get moved forward. Couple of handballs at the back. Heavily puts a kick inside for 50, looking for Havern just over the top here. Can they get it in their control? Yes, they can, but it's helped over the line for a boundary throw-in. Doing well there was Wentworth. Now the ball's thrown back into play here. Ball, the boundary throw-in ball means goes nowhere near the two opposing ruckmen. Heavily overruns the ball at top of the 50 here for Monbulk. Mount Evelyn trying to get out of this one, but it's Monbulk who gather it now and kick towards goal. It's going to go Mr. Lott, I believe. No, it's going to bounce out for a boundary throw-in. So that's not the worst outcome here for Monbulk. They can try and lock it in here. 12 minutes gone in this second quarter. This ball's thrown into play here. Tap down. Beercroft gets the crumbs, slaps around his body, just across the face. Can it be a mark? It's still in place. There's still an opportunity here, but Mount Evelyn with all the numbers back, and they look to mop it up. Clearing kick out, looking for Matt Gordon, but it's going to go over his head. Evans gets it. He's all free on the arc. He puts it on his boot for number 2. How does it carry? Not quite. It goes through for a minor score. So another opportunity gone missing there for Monbulk. See umpire called here. I think he's asked for the ball to be brought back. Because he was in the zone, I think. So they'll go wide this time to Forbes. Forbes goes short and finds a teammate there in Bowden. So Bowden now goes down the line. Chamberlain will fly. Chamberlain almost holds the mark. And a tackle laid there. How's the umpire going to see this? Holding the ball. He says he took him on. So Brody Hood will be a recipient of this free kick. Hood has a look around. Hood down the line. Can might be taken by Horahan, not quite. Shepherd gets to the ground level to Savoury. Gets a hard knock there, but does Shepherd. He stays down a little bit. Bit of a rib tickle over the looks of it. Kick down the line, unable to hold the mark there. And a bit going on after it as well as a kick goes inside the forward 50 here. Now they gather at ground level. A handball at the top. Mount Evelyn with a chance of goal by Burkett. Bennett check side towards goal as the bounce. Not quite. So it's going to go through for a minor score. And immediately plays on. Kick down on the far side of the ground. Can Monbulk gather it in their condition? So 2-5-17 to 4-1-25. Ball on the ground level. 14 minutes gone in this second quarter. Last quarter went for 27 and a bit minutes. So you'd say there's about 15 minutes to go in this second. So the ball's thrown up now. Tapped down by Gordon. Matt Gordon this time. As they get it out of the pack now, do Monbulk, and a nice drilling pass. Finds Ben Hewson. Virtually directly in front. Not pretty much, but he'll have to kick this all 45. As He begins his approach now. They've missed a couple opportunities this quarter. Monbulk probably dominated a lot of the play on their half of the ground. Just haven't been able to put only the one goal on the board. A couple behinds too. So Houston kicks it from beyond the arc. Kick on its way. This is no problems, but the accuracy is just offline for another minor score. So 2-6-18 to 4-1-25. A lot of chances going begging here from Monbulk. As now they play on. Do Matt Evelyn looking for McKernan. Just goes over his head, but they're going to get it from Matt Gordon. Matt Gordon looks for his runners. Handball just misses the target. Another tackle is laid there. And it's going to be a ball up, here at half forward here for Monbulk. Ball's thrown up. No ruckman can get it. Horahan gets the clearing kick out. Can a mark be taken? Yes, intercept mark taken there by Dylan Works. Look to go for the 25. Kick down the line to Spencer. Spencer brings it inboard to Rutherford. Rutherford gives it back to Spencer, running behind. Kick. It's going to be holding the ball. It's going to go the way of Mount Evelyn. Probably not the kick that handball they wanted to go to there. So Havley gets chased down. Now they go wide. O'Neill's forward. Can he take this mark or does he get the free kick? Gets the free kick for in the back. And he stayed down a little bit, but now he's up. We know he's hard at it. So Lucas O'Neill quickly gives the handball off, and he's going to go off, actually. So he must be quite sore. There'll be a bad one for Mount Evelyn, but now he's on the ball, pacing it, and he's going to get pinned holding the ball. And he's not happy with the treatment after it either. So, looks like it's going to be a 25-minute penalty going the way of Monbulk. So now they'll go flying high at the back, unable to hold the mark though. O'Neill does stay on the ground. We thought he was going to take himself off for a second. He's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors today. Hillsville Greyhounds for the match today. Local footy hub, Petty Suspension Brakes, Architectural Clothing Supplies, and Game Face Vision. Tapped down there by Matt Gordon in the forward line for Monbulk here. Ball's at ground level. 17 minutes play. Now kick inside the forward 50 here. Can a mark be taken? Not quite, but it's punched over the line there for a boundary throw-in. So our sponsor, we'd like to thank Ready Recovery. Ready Recovery, play hard, recover harder. Use code Local Footy Hub 15 at checkout for 15% off. Tap down there. Now they move it forward. At ground level, the umpire's probably going to blow his whistle to ball this one up. Yes, he is. Not far, about 20 metres out from Monbulk's goals. This ball's thrown back into play now. Tapped down by Matt Gordon. Now we look to move it forward, but it's not travelling very far. As it looks to be ball back into play now. Ball's thrown back into play. Tap down at the back. Can they get a hold of it? Kicked off the ground, has it bounced, so forwards will mop this one up. And thought about going the handball, then goes further with the hands. Distributes off the line. Chamberlain uses his body, Savoury punches from behind, and they punch it even further here. Rutherford gets it and goes handballs over to Dylan Wirtz. Wirtz just chucks it on his boot. No one really there trying to get it at ground level there was Shepherd. The umpire blows his little ball this one up. So it ticked over to red time now. It's past the 18-minute mark. So now, ball's thrown up into play here. Rutherford got the tap there. Beecroft gets the snapping clearance inside the forward 50. Can they make something of this? Handball at the top. Forbes just gets his handball off in time. Havley getting by the pressure. Good tackle, but just manages to get the handball out. They appeal for deliberate as the umpire see it. He's just going to throw this one in. So we'll ball this one back into play now. So ball back into play. Gordon up against Rutherford again. Now Banks, handball out, but he's going to try and get away from that tackle, but wasn't able to, so he's going to be pinned for incorrect disposal. So now they go further up the ground to Chamberlain. Chamberlain goes down the line. No mark can be taken as the pack's formed at half forward for Mount Evelyn. Haven't seen the ground. Haven't seen the ball in this part of the ground much this quarter. Is that in the back? No, the umpire says it's gone over the boundary line, so it's going to be a boundary throw in. 20 minutes gone now. 2-6-18 to 4-1-25. So the ball's thrown back into play now. Evans just grabs it out of the ruck. Handballs to Spencer. Spencer does get his handball out in time. How's it sit? Yes, out there. Now they've got it out to their running player here in Wirtz. They're telling him to go goals. Looked for the kick for Haverley, but just had too much on it. Now they go wide. Can he hold the mark? Yes, he can. Hold the mark there. Asher Inaps. So Inaps goes short to Barry. Set a bit of a ball this quarter, Barry. Go back to Inaps. Inaps plays on. Then goes long down the line. Nick looking kick. Finding a teammate there on the far side of the ground. Have a look. And he steps around his opposing man on the marker, Vern. And they kick down the line to the wing. And could get out the back here. It's going to be a push free kick going the way of Monbulk to Rob Savoury. So Savoury now. Brings it wide to Shepherd, in the middle of the ground to Shepherd. There's a whistle being blown. It's going to be a free kick this time going the way of Mount Evelyn. He plays on straight away, Gordon. Gordon puts it inside 450, but it's going to be turned over straight back to Savoury. Savoury goes wide and does that well just in front of, at half-back, just in front of the Monbulk interchange bench. Short to Burley. Burley goes short and does that well. Now they go wide and long down the line. Flying high at the back. Looked like to be there. Luke Inart's unable to hold the mark, and Avern just says, thank you very much. I'll stay down and hang on to the mark at ground level. He goes short, looking for Shepherd. It just had a bit too much kick on his head. Kick on it. It goes slightly over his head. Burkett now, kick down the line, and now they've got it at half forward. Looks like Kiff there. Tucked up on the boundary line. Has a look, hasn't really got much offering him. Got Brody Hood in the middle of the ground, but now high and up and under ball. Evans parks himself underneath it, doesn't hold that mark. Big strong tackle coming in from behind with the pressure from Mount Evelyn's forward line. But they get it out now for now, do Monbulk, and just a high and up and under kick down the line. Put it on the boog and hope for the best type of kick. Now goes in forward, and now they've got it back. Kick by Inaps. Step around his body from Mount Evelyn there at half forward. Is that a high contact free kick, or did he play for it? The umpire says he played for it. And it's going to just be a ball up. 23 minutes gone now. Scoreboard 2-6-18. Monbulk to Mount Evelyn 4-1-25. Tapped down by the back one by Evans. Banks probably just overruns the footy a little bit. Ball at the bell on the ground, but handball back to Evans. Been busy the last few minutes now. This quarter goes wide to Haverley. So Haverley now, and there is the siren to end the quarter, and it is 2-6-18 to 4-1-25. Quarter went for 23 minutes, 29 goal kickers on the park. We have Lockie Shepherd with one. Can't quite remember who the other goal kicker was, but Damon Kiff won, McKernan won, and Horahan also kicked the one. So that will be it for the second quarter action as we go through the halftime break. We'll be back for the third quarter action. So just waiting for the umpires to resume play here as he picks up the ball now. Holds the ball in the sky as well. As the ball's thrown back up into play now. And it's Gordon who wins the tap down first from Mount Evelyn. Beecroft at ground level though. Tries to gather the ball. The umpire blows his whistle. Some of the other games in the outer east. Hillsville lead Officer by 2 points. Jim Hooker 2 actually lead Wandon the top of the ladder by 8 points. And Wandon lead by 5 points over Lindenfernie Creek. No score update for Upper Tacoma and Emerald as of yet. Gordon tap over his head. Spencer now gets it. Handballs back to Beecroft. He was busy in that first half, specifically in that first quarter. Goes down the line, unable to hold the mark there. And it looks like Matt Evelyn trying to get a handball at the back, but it's back in Monbulk's hand. Kick inside 450. Evans comes up at the footy. Havern jumps up, gets hand on the ball, but it's going to find its way over the line for a boundary throw-in. So a good start here by Monbulk. Can look to try and lock it inside 450 and try and get an early goal in this second half. So 2-6-18 or 4-1-25. Now Evans will take the ruck duties inside 450 here from Monbulk. Gordon muscles his way to the front and grabs out of the ruck. Handball out. Monbulk though gather the ball, but now it's at ground level. Can they get a handball out, Mount Evelyn? Yes, they can. No one in particular though. A kill for deliberate. How they see this one? Not quite. They always try. And it's the odd time that they will give it, but not on this occasion. So behind jump by will ball this one in. They've had to get it from the interchange bench there of Monbulk, or it looked like it was possibly on the outside of the fence of the runner. Just giving the ball back to the boundary umpire there as the ball's thrown back into play. Horehand, tap down, kick forward, and it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw. And looking for Tom Burkett. Tom Burkett there. And his opposing opponent, Shepherd, just beat them both into the boundary line. So the ball's thrown back into play here. Gordon again gets in front of Rutherford and gets the clearing kick as well. Now the ball's at ground level. They get a handball. Beecroft quickly swarms on that handball. Then he's tackled. Did he get a boot to ball? Umpire says no, and that's holding the ball. So the far side of the ground, looks like it might be Gibbons who did that tackle. So Gibbons kicked down the line. Can a mark be taken out in front? Yes, it can. It's a nice mark by Jack Horehand. Out here at half forward for Mount Evelyn. Couple of options present. Chamberlain presents for a short option, but decides to just go long into the hot spot. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. Oh, yeah, going back with the flight. There is a great mark taken there. And it's the skipper, Kift. He's already kicked one in the first quarter. And here's for the first of the second half. To try and push the lead out to 13 points. So Kift to come in to try and put through his second. Been busy through the midfield. He's kicked 22 goals this season as a midfielder as well. A short option presents. He ignores that. Backs himself in. Kick on its way. Does it hold its line? No, it's just across the face. So just their second from behind this afternoon. Mount Evelyn 4-2-26 leads 2-6-18. As we hear one of the crowd members just say, that was all me. As that Shepherd to bring the ball back in for fullback. He's long kick down to the far side of the ground, flying high at the back, unable to hold the mark. Monbulk now tackle is laid, and the umpire boys whistle to ball this one up. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out today's, yesterday was dropped at 5 p.m, the Outer East Footy Show, which is every Friday at 5 p.m, the local Footy Hub app or the Outer East page, where you can get all the match stats, previews and reviews, hosted by Steph Barker's Adam Miller and new panel member Adam Brogdon. As the ball's at the bottom of the pack there. Handball out. Spencer gets it. Now they go, just chucks it on the boot. Who's going to want to mark and park himself underneath this one? Forbes goes in hard but can't quite hang on to it. Ball at the bottom of the pack makes its way out. Mount Evelyn just get the handball out. They look straight for the boundary line now. If anything was deliberate, that was the one, and that one's not given. So by all means, it's not being paid today, guys, because that was the one. The ball thrown back in here for Gordon and Rutherford. Gordon again, front position, tapped down at ground level. The throw just kind of fell a little bit short, so he only had to tunnel it at ground level. And now it's going to be a free kick going the way. And there's a player who's a bit slow to get up for Mount Evelyn. Spencer will be the recipient. And it looks like it's O'Neill again. He's been in the wars today. Looks like he might go off too. So now it is Mount Evelyn. Gibbons, kick down the line. And it's going to come into the path of O'Neill too, who's still struggling here. But Gibbons, oh no, sorry, not Gibbons. McKernan with the ball in hand now goes short. Finds Kift in the middle of the ground. The right person you want the ball in the hands of and puts it into the hot spot. Flying high with the intercept marker, not able to hold it, and he's hit the ground hard. He might be out. No, he's up slowly. He's still quite sore though. Chamberlain grabs it out of the pack, snaps around his body, but misses the lot for out of bounds on the full. And still that Monbulk player is very, very slow to get up. So it's going to be a kick in from fullback as they look to gather the ball from the stadium. And the person slow to get up was Mitchell Vert, as the trainer is out with him now. And we'll see if the trainer, he still wants to stay out here. You see, I'm trying to look, has O'Neill stayed out there too? I don't quite see him, so maybe he's gone. Yeah, no, he's gone to the bench, so it'll be interesting to see how long he stays on there for. Havern flies from behind, but it's going to be Kift who takes the mark in the package. So Kift comes through, kick on its way inside the 450, but this is going to be intercepted and a nice mark taken and intercepted there by Jake Dowie Pingilly. Down the line, sliding for the mark, but unable to hold a good punch from behind by Jason Want. So ball to be thrown back into play at half forward here for Mount Evelyn. Ball thrown back into play here. Rutherford again up against Gordon. Rutherford this time gets front position and gets the tap down. Banks gets it, tries to slide through the tackle, gets around one, can't get around the second. The umpire boys is whistle to ball this one up. So the ball's thrown up into play now. Tap down. Horahan gets the clearing kick out inside the forward line. Can they get the ball moving here? Handball out to Gibbons. Can't quite get his control. Now he gets it. Swipes off the tackle. Runs around. Puts it on his boot. But misses a lot. Puts it out of bounds on the full. So Savoury now in the back line. Down the line. No mark taken there. Barry the first onto it. Can he go right? Yes, he can. Havern with a big, strong tackle there. And the umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up. And Havern let him know after that. Matter of fact, he's going to give the holding the ball free kick. No, he thought it was holding the ball. And the umpire's going to ask for it back now. So the original decision was right. So ball is thrown up now. Both rucks grab onto each other. No ruck to 27, Justin Hale, kick inside the 450, flying high at the back, unable to hold the mark, was Horahan. Getting the ground level was Hood. Is he getting a high contact free kick? No, and the umpire's going to ball this one up. As the ball's thrown up here, Matt Gordon this time goes in the ruck from Mount Evelyn. Ball at ground level, handball at the back. No one really get it. Kiff goes into the ground level to try and get this one out, but Monbulk get it out. Clearing kick for now. Can they get under control? Yes, they can. They go short down the line. That's a neat looking kick, and it might work out all right as they tuck it under their arm and just chuck it on the boot. But with no one in particular, and just turns it over for intercept mark to Forbes. So Gordon now down the line into the middle of the ground. Savoury punches from behind. Now they get the ball moving forward and down the way. Now Burkett gathers it, snaps it around his body. How's the bounce? Not kind for Monbulk. Instead Gibbons gets a handball out, but Monbulk now get it and get the clearing kick out for now. It's a 2-on-1 situation. No, the 2-on-1 doesn't win for now. Monbulk doing well to get it at ground level here. Peeling, what's the umpire going to say here? They're waiting, and he's pinned him, holding the ball. So Mount Evelyn to go back in. Is that 25 as well? And yes, it is. Silly decision there. So Ashley Inouch will probably be within goal-kicking region here. We'll kick this all of 40-45. So, as a matter of fact, it's not... Don't quite say it's not actually. No, it is. So it comes into play. Inapt. Kick on its way. How's the hold? No, just across the face. So another minor score for Mount Evelyn. Kind of like what Monbulk were doing at this end last quarter. 2 opportunities gone begging. 4-3-27 leads 2-6-18. We have been going 10 minutes in this third quarter. Kick goes wide to Savoury. So now they go long down the line. Can might be taken here. Yes, out the back. Gets all on his own there with Hoskin to the intercept mark. Hoskin plays on, then puts a short, dabby little kick into the hot spot here at centre half forward. No mark taken, but a handball out to Hood. Hood runs into a big, strong tackle, gets his handball out, but can they get this one out? The umpire says holding the ball. No, it's play on. McKernan goes in to try and get it ground level. McKernan gets a handball out. Now it's at ground level. McKernan again gets in and gets it. Does he drag that one in? Umpire says we'll ball this one up. Real scrappy work there. At centre half forward for Mount Evelyn. So now, it's ball to be balled up here. Evans gets the tap out, looking for Shepherd. Shepherd doesn't quite get it. He's going to get a high contact free kick to Mount Evelyn to McKernan. It's kick 2 this afternoon already, McKernan. Looking for goal number 3. Two in the first half. First goal of the game as well went to him. Here's a chance number 3 a bit further out than the last few have been. So McKernan will have a chance to come into play here. So McKernan, in he comes. Kick on its way. It's going to go favour the other side. Might not even make the distance. So I'm punched over the line there by Lockie Shepherd. 4-4-28 to 2-6-18 now. 10 points the margin. Matter of fact, it's been punched over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So still an opportunity here for Mount Evelyn to get one from this stoppage. Evans against that tap down. And now can they get a kick out of the pack? Yes, they can, but it's across the face again. So another opportunity. This time it is 4-4-28 to 2-6-18. Kick down out wide now. They quickly move it. Do Monbulk waste no time putting the boot on the ball. Burkett chases after it, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. So just trying to move the ball a bit too quickly. A bit of a panic kick there. It didn't quite work. So Burkett now look to bring the ball back inside the 50 for Mount Evelyn. Mount Evelyn boot on the ball, puts it into the hot spot. A couple fly. McKernan out the front, couldn't quite hang on to the ball. And a kick out of the stoppage there, Monbulk. But gathering there is Hale, gives a handball at the back. They go further back to Want. Want puts a kick inside 50 now. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. Gets out the back. Can they gather in their control? Good follow-up tackle there by Bailey Garbett. Umpire blows his whistle to ball this one up. They're 15 out from the Mount Evelyn goal. So ball will be balled up here. McKernan will go up against Evans. Evans with the tap from behind. Who's going to be first to get it? And it is Shepherd at ground level. Oh no, it's not Shepherd, sorry, but it's Monbulk at ground level. Try and gather the ball. It was Riley Finlay. So now, ball thrown up. Tapped out the back. Houlihan shows a bit of candy, then snaps it over his head. It's going to be just offline. Won't quite make the distance either, but nearly bounces back all the way through. But they're going to get a free kick anyway at Mount Evelyn. Bailey Garvey will get a chance, another shot here. So to line up here. About 10 to 12 metre kick here, but slight angle, not much on it though. So Garbett comes in, kick on its way, and he's hit the post. It's really a goal that they needed to continue this momentum, as their margin is still only 11 points. Savoury to bring the ball back into play. He goes wide, but his kick is smothered too. Hood, the bounce didn't favour him at all though. Now, nice strong tackle laid there. How's the umpire going to see this and hold the ball? Michael Gibbons will have a shot at goal here. So Gibbons will kick this on the arc. Matter of fact, he goes short to Barry, who's tucked up on the boundary. So Barry now, about 40 out, tucked up on the boundary. We'll take a good kick here. Been busy at halfback. Was a lot of the distributor of the last quarter, distributing the ball from the half-back line, was the get-out-of-jail-free card when they were kicking to him. Barry comes in, kick on its way. It's going to go across the face to the hot spot. Can a mark be taken? Yes, I think there is, but who's it to is the question. And it is Monbulk, and it's gone the way of Savoury with the intercept mark. So Savoury now just goes long down the line. It's looking for Shepherd. 2-on-1 situation. Punched out the back. Goes further than Matt Gibbons, but he chases after it. Sorry, not Matt Gibbons, sorry. Matt Gordon. And he goes further out now. They've got it out the back half. And they look to switch it to Liam Bowden, who takes it here. He got Bailey Forbes short. Uses Forbes. Has Barry short too, but he runs, plays on straightaway. Has one bounce. Has two bounces. Then kicks it down the line to the pack, but it's all Mount Monbulk who fight over each other but still managed to get it. But there might be a player down in the meantime. Bit sore, Houston. Kick back down the line, trying to come to the forward now, but now they've got it back to Madeline. Bowden switches the play, looking for Burkett. Can he hold on to it? Goes out in his favour. Now he runs. A great chase down tackle there by Monbulk, and that's got to be holding the ball. Max Thornton with the chase down tackle. Thornton goes short over the top. Has a look. Nothing really presenting. Then he lies Beecroft presents short, and he holds it. Is he beyond his region, though? He's going to have to kick this from beyond the arc. Outside 50. Beecroft now just puts it to the hot spot. What's presenting? Shepherd just puts it down, but he's going to give away a free kick for in the back. So Monbulk missed an opportunity there. Kick down the line there by Luke Inaps. Ball spoiled and comes to the front of the pack. Monbulk with another chance here. Getting out of it. Handball over the top. Spencer goes backwards to Evans. How's Evans get out of this? Does really well, matter of fact. Now they can get a kick inside forward. 50. Can they hold it? Not quite. Heavily with the second effort, so can't quite gather it. Now they've got a handball at the top. That is smothered by Asher Inaps. Ball at ground level. Well done, Mount Evelyn, to get out of that one. Monbulk with all the pressure there, then Mount Evelyn returned the favour with their pressure to not allow them to stream away for an open goal. As the ball's thrown back up now. Evans taps it forward. Now they try and get it out to Haverley. Can he get it at ground level? Yes, he can. Umpire lets the ball play for a bit. He's going to ball this one up now, about 40 from Monbulk's goal. The ball's thrown up into play now. Evans tapped down. Can he move this forward? Yeah, handball at the back. Now Want just chucks it on the boot. Hood's there. It's going to beat it. It's going to be punched over the line. Or a boundary throw in. Not the worst. Was the worst result for either team. So the ball's thrown back in now. Gordon with the tap down. Picking up nicely there was Callan Smith. But now they've got it back. Rutherford, back to Evans, back to Spencer. Spencer kick inside 450. Havern is there. Shepherd is there. None of them gets it. Shepherd goes back and gets it. Wheels around, then puts a kick inside 50. Beautiful kick, looking for Banks. But spoiling at the right time was Want. But it goes to ground level. Banks gets it back. Shrugs around one tackle. Stuffed it over his head. Doesn't quite make the distance. And it's going to be helped over for a minor score. Almost there. Great efforts on both sides with the pressure. It's definitely gone up a notch here. 18.5 minutes gone on this third quarter. And they go short. Finding Justin Hale there. And they give it back. Running off the line was Jackson Merritt. Merritt goes down the line. Can a mark be taken out the back? Not quite. Burkett's there though. Getting his tackle straight away. Umpire blows especially to ball this one in. Pressure's definitely gone up a notch, and we'd like to thank our sponsors, Hillsville Greyhounds, Local Footy Hub, Pettis Suspension Brakes, Architectural Cladding Supplies, Game Face Vision. Ready Recovery, play hard, recover harder. Use code Local Footy Hub 15 at checkout for 15% off. And BMK Commercial Carpentry Plastering, BMK Built, as Monbulk look to go forward here. Up the line, can a mark be taken? Not quite, and it's fallen into the front of the pack here for Monbulk. Can they get it out the back? Wentworth, the bounce just doesn't favour him and goes behind him now at ground level. Tackle's being laid. The umpire blows the ball this one up right in front of the Monbulk bench. So as we had a look, first quarter went for 27 and a bit minutes. Second quarter went for 23 minutes 29. We are now 19:33 into this third quarter. So Gordon wins that tap down from Mount Evelyn. Then they get the handball out to Spencer. Umpire blows his whistle. It's a free kick going the way of Mount Evelyn. Matter of fact, Monbulk umpire just pointed the wrong way. So waste no time, putting it back inside 450. Can he mark it out the back? Evelyn grabs it out the back. Snaps over around his body. Evelyn! He's got it! Snaps it around his body with a beautiful goal. Sounds like a crowd favourite too. Jonathan Evelyn put through his first. Monbulk's third and the margin back to 4 points. So that's his first. And back to 4 points. I think it's going to be between him and Lockie Shepherd for the Architectural Cladding Suppliers goal of the day. But it's a game on here now. 4 points the difference. Gordon wins that tap down, but it's Beecroft gets the clearing kick out for Monbulk. Back inside the 450 here. Now they've got it. Kick towards goal. Can they get another one here in a matter of seconds? No, it's going to be spoiled over. It's going to be helped over for a minor score. So now 3 points the margin. 3-8-26 to 4-5-29. Low scoring. Got Barry long and wide if he wants to use him, but he's covered. Merritt just chucks on his boot and goes long down the line. Can a mark be taken? Not quite. Was there a free kick there? Umpire says no. Umpire to ball this one. Boundary umpire to ball this one back in on the far side of the ground. It's very low scoring this game, but the pressure is well and truly ticked up a notch as Monbulk try to close in after they've trailed for the whole day so far on their home ground. Gordon tapped down. We know what happened last time. It was Mount Evelyn with the 5-point victory over Monbulk. But Monbulk to go back inside 450 to rewrite that story. Now it comes back in. Merritt, can he beat the tackle? No, he runs out of the boundary line for a boundary throw in. As the ball is going to be thrown back into play here, Gordon will go up against Rutherford again. Rutherford uses his body well and gets that tap down. Beecroft gets around, then kicks towards goals. Not going to quite carry. Shepherd is there. No, it's going to be helped over the line for a minor score. So now just 2 points. No, yeah. Oh no, so it's hit the post by the looks of it and going to be a boundary throw in. So chance of Monbulk to try and snatch the lead here. Deep in this third quarter. Tap down out in front. I think the line will beat them there, and yes it will. So Monbulk would love to snatch the lead before the 3/4 time break here. As the ball's thrown back into play now. Tap down. Now Wentworth swipes off the tackle. Handballs out to Burley. Burley gets it to Havern. Havern taps it down. Appeal for a free kick, and he's got to get it. Havern kicked the last goal, and he has a chance to put Monbulk in front for the first time today. We'll have to kick this about 40. Slide angle. But he already has one just a couple of minutes ago, looking for number 2. This will really lift the crowd if he can put Monbulk in front for the first time today. As the ball's given back to him and he's tunnelled and he salutes the crowd as he realises how funny it was. So Herfern comes in as this balcony is well and truly packed with the function and the reserves boys up here. Havern comes in for number 2, Monbulk to snatch the lead, and he puts it straight through the middle. Monbulk in front for the first time today. Havern kicks his second. 4-8-32 leads 4-5-29. Just about 24 minutes gone in this third quarter. Well and truly lift the crowd and the Monbulk team here and the bench. You can see them all get around him. So now the ball comes back in the middle. Monbulk, who have not led at all any part of today, deep in this third quarter, have a 3-point lead over Mount Evelyn in a low-scoring game. They've just done enough to keep themselves in it throughout the day, and now they've snatched the lead. There's a whistle being blown for a high-contact free kick. It's going to go the way of Mount Evelyn's Will Gordon in the middle. Gordon wheels around and puts a long kick inside the forward 50. Can Mount Evelyn respond quickly? Burkett flies to try and take the mark. Then he's tackled. Can he get the handball out? No, umpire pins him for holding the ball. So now, 25 minutes gone in this quarter. So not long, wouldn't be much more than 3 minutes left in this quarter, I'd say. Kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Nice strong mark taken out in front. So Monbulk have it on the wing on the far side. They play on straight away. Now a kick goes inside the forward 50, looking for Shepherd, but it doesn't quite meet him. And has it gone out on the full? Yes, it has. So Mount Evelyn to reset here. Taking the kicking duties, Nicholas Hoskin. He goes wide and goes to Merritt. Merritt comes up the middle to Hale. Yes, just in time. Rutherford was creeping in. Hale tried to get the 25-metre penalty, but didn't suck the umpire in there. So he goes down to the wing as Evans and Gordon are going out a bit of the middle of the ground. But now Monbulk with another chance to go back in. They go short. Does that well. Finding Max Thornton. Thornton comes wide. Finding Kai Lind. Lind comes even wider. And a nice mark taken here out in front of us by Haverley. Haverley now. Not long to go in this third quarter. If they can get a 9-point lead, would be huge in this low-scoring game. Ball comes to the back. Burley gets it. Can he get a handball away? Umpire says he got a little foot to it. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Can they gather it here? A handball out. Intercepted by Shepherd. Stuff around his body. Adam Banks. Adam Banks puts through a ripper. 9-point margin here now to Monbulk. What a goal by Adam Banks. Great job at ground level by Lockie Shepherd to intercept that and give the handball out to Adam Banks. Mighty Duck style there by Adam Banks. Great movie there. If you guys haven't watched it before, Mighty Ducks, actually one of my all-time favourites, that one. Adam Banks. 26 minutes 40 gone in this, and it is 5:8:38 now, leading 4-5-29. This ball comes its way back to the goal. Back to the middle, sorry. Ball tapped down. Kiff gets the clearance now. Into the forward 50 here for Mount Evelyn. Appeals for a free kick, and there is the siren to end the third quarter, and it is Monbulk who have got a 9-point lead now after not leading for any parts of today. They've hit the front at three-quarter time, 5:8:38 to Mount Evelyn's 4-5-29. We'll be back here at three-quarter time action. We'll be back for the fourth quarter action as the 9-point trails it, so we're in for a thrill in this last quarter. As there's the siren to resume the play here now. As the ball's thrown up. Gordon gets the tap down, then gets the handball out to Kiff, who immediately chucks it on his boot to put it inside the 450. Horahan comes and beats it, provides a good contest, but it's Monbulk hit the clearing kick out for now on the far side of the ground. Do they keep it in play? Yes, they do. And now they can try and get a couple of handballs. That's worked out right. They're out here. Now they can put it to half forward. Slip at the wrong time with the Mount Evelyn player, as now they get it out wide. Have a player on his own. It is Evans, who's played a lot forward today. He's been a dominant ruck this season. But now, Evans brings it around in short. But it's going to be punched over the line. And not the worst outcome, here for Monbulk Ebers. They can have a stoppage inside their forward 50. Havern there was the target who lit the crowd here, kicking 2 goals in a matter of minutes and kicking the goal that put them Monbulk in front for the first time today as the ball's thrown back into play. Evans, was he being held? Umpire says play on. Gathering it and picking it, bursting through his Houston. Gets a handball out. Now a kick towards goal by Smith. Just across the face. Geez, that would have really made a half of Mount Evelyn in such a low-scoring game that it has been today. Would have made it 15 points, but it's just the 10 points, 5-9-39 to 4-5-29. Kick comes wide. Shepherd takes a beautiful intercept mark going back of the flight. So Shepherd come looking for Havern. Has he got it? I think he might have it. He's been paid it. Just saying, yeah, Havern's been paid it after kicking 2 goals last quarter. He'll look for goal number 3. This will really make it hard. This will push the lead out to 16 points for Monbulk on their home deck. So Havern on a tight angle here. This will really lift the Monbulk players and the Monbulk crowd. As he comes in. Begins his approach. Kick on its way. Havern just across the face. Doesn't quite make the distance. It's punched over. Doesn't even go out. So they have another chance to go back inside here. And they've ran it over the line for a boundary throw in. So to throw this one back in now. Boundary throw in. Throw back into play. Evans gets the tap from behind. Burley gets in it. There's a whistle being blown. It's a free kick going to Mount Evelyn's way. So Gordon will look to come through. Tap down, Kift takes the mark, immediately plays on. Pushed as he was kicked in by Havley, and it might do enough as Lynn pulls out the one-handed mark, going back with a flight. Is it 25? Not quite. So Lind. Goes wide to Savoury. Savoury now goes down the line, looking for Havley. He's going to get a free kick anyway. So the ball will come back to Havley. Ball kicks down the line, looking for Shepherd. He comes at it hard. And it has to be paid because he had first grabs. Umpire says no, so he has to play on and snap it over his head, and it's going to be turned over. I thought he had first grabs at it, but kicked around the body. Is that in the back? Umpire says no. Probably a bit stiff there was Mitchell Vert. Ball comes out the back, and it's all Monbulk here. Handball back to Savoury using the back door method here. Kick down the line, and it's worked out well to Burley. To Burley. Short down the line. Can a mark be taken? Havern! Oh, no. Grabbing it from out the back is Luke Inaps. He goes short to Kift. Back to Inaps. Or back to Want, sorry. Who runs hard. And he'll get it back possibly here. No. Hale does well to dance around his opponent. Doesn't dance around the second, though. And this one's holding the ball. And they let him know about it, too. Great tackle there. Stopping him in his track was Spencer, the acting captain today. He'll come wide to Burley. Short to Shepherd. Has the kick. It doesn't quite sit for him. Want comes up and meets it. Now he gets a handball back. Gibbons gets a handball moving forward. But not able to hold on to it was Garbutt. Just fumbled under pressure a bit there. Did Bailey Garbutt. So now the ball to be thrown back into play here. Gordon and Rutherford. Gordon's going to get a free kick. Advantage is played. So here go Mount Evelyn for the chance. They put it long inside the 450. Garbutt will park himself under it. Can he get it out the back? The ball bounces for him. He grabs it, swings around the tackle, but not around the third. And the umpire doesn't give the hold in the ball free kick. Great tackle there by Mitchell Vert. 5 minutes gone in this, nearly 6 minutes gone in this last term. 10 points is the margin Monbulk's way. Grabbing it out of the ruck was McKernan. He puts it on his boot. High up and under. Won't be 15. It's punched away. Now they move it forward. Tackle is laid straight away. Inaps goes in for the high contact free kick and he sucks him in too. So Asher Inaps, no sorry, Daniel Chamberlain, sorry. Gathers it and we'll have a shot at goal after the high contact free kick. We'll kick this from about 35-40. Not much of an angle to deal with. So in he comes. Chamberlain. Kick is on its way. And it holds its line. It's not over yet. Chamberlain kicks a goal. kicks Hinks first and brings the margin back to just 4 points. Chesterby, ball comes back to the ground. We'd like to thank our sponsors for today as my screen just loads. But Healesville Greyhounds, local footy hub, Pettis Suspension and Brakes, Architectural Cutting Supplies, Game Face Vision. Also, ready recovery, play hard, recover harder. Use code local footy hub 15 at checkout for 15% off. BMK Commercial, Coventry and Plastering, BMK Built. And it's going to be a free kick in the ruck battle to Cam Evans. Kick comes wide, looking for Haverley, but it's just going to miss him. If you're watching this, you're also watching this on Local Footy Hub, so make sure you download the app or visit the website to get all your live games and post-game stats, news, articles, you name it. It's all there in one spot, so make sure you visit that. This ball's going to be thrown back into play. Evans and Gordon to go to battle. Evans gets the tap from behind. Ball at the bottom of the pack. It trickles its way out, but another tackle is laid and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, so the umpire's going to blow his whistle to ball this one up. Ball's thrown back up into play now. Tap down. Now it's going to be burst its way out. Evans just bursts his way through. Gets a handball over the top to Wirtz. Wirtz puts it to centre half forward to no one in particular, but they're going to be made to work, and work they do. Rutherford breaks the tackle, then gives the handball back. Now they can put a kick inside forward 50. Shepherd is deep in the square. Shepherd has almost got it. Shepherd gets it back. Gus gets a handball away, but Mount Evelyn escape for now and get the clearing kick out. It's going to work out all right, and they could be out for a second here. Tucks it under his arm, one hand, and again, use Hood over the top of the handball. He spins around, but he's met with a tackle. And the umpire gives a hold of the ball for a second. I didn't think he'd given it. And it's going to be I thought it was a 25-minute penalty for a second because it wasn't given straight back to him. Kick down the line. Pearcroft at the back, mops this one up. Oh, doesn't quite get in his control. So still at ground level. They're appealing that he's dragged it in. The umpire says, no, I'll ball this one up at half forward here for Monbulk. 4 points is the margin. 9 minutes gone in this last term. Ball thrown up into play now. Evans with the tap down for Monbulk. Ball's at ground level. Mount Evelyn go in and get it though. Handball out the back. Can they get out of this one? Again, the Monbulk tackle and pressure in his last turn has been enormous. And it hasn't stopped. So it's going to be a ball up here. At half forward again for Monbulk. Didn't really travel very far. As the ball's thrown up. Evans again taps it, but he just smacks it out. Pretty much a statement to the Mount Evelyn interchange bench. It's going to be a ball back in. As it's thrown back into play now. Gordon wins the bodywork and then grabs out of the ruck and gives the handball off to his running player. Now he looks for Hourahan but misses the kick to Hourahan and it's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in on the far wing. So Mount Evelyn gains some territory as they look to try and get it inside 4:15. They kick a goal can get a 2-point lead back after leading for most of the game. Throw back into play here. Evans gets front position, then falls over and he looks a bit sore to get up. But he's up now. Tackle, handball out. Big tackle laid there. Is the umpire going to see this? It's not going anywhere, so he's just going to blow his whistle to ball this one up. Thrown up now. Evans and Gordon probably both got a little bit of a hand to it. It's Monbulk who get the handball out and they get the clearing kick down the line. Can it be taken? They just try and tap it forward, but it's one who goes back in and gets it. Fights off the tackle, handballs it back. They look to bite off the middle of the ground, decide against it and go wide. And Horan takes a nice strong one-on-one mark and he immediately plays on, wheels around, puts it inside the 450. Matt Gordon is there. Can he get the mark? Punches it forward. Smith overruns the footy. It's down at ground level, but Savory again saves him for the day. Then he gets a kick out of danger, but it's going to go back in there. No, Horahan drops the mark we thought he would have held on to. But now they get the handball out to Mount Evelyn. Kellen Smith, it goes back in towards the bench. Smith for Monbulk now mops this one up. Lockie Smith kicks down the line. Looking for a teammate, unable to hold the mark, just falls short of Beercroft. Now he gets the handball out, but Mount Evelyn look to have gained possession here. Yes, they have. Hoorhead gets the handball out with width wide towards the boundary. Now kick inside 450, looking for McCurtain. Just a bit too much on the kick. Savoury again, gets it out, gets the handball out to Houston. Houston's kick smothered. It goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. If you haven't already, make sure you go to the local footy hub to check out the Outer East footy show, where you can see all the pre-match and post-game interviews, all the previews and reviews of all games. Head over and hosted by Steph Barkers, Ada Miller, and new panel member Adam Brogdon. As they get it out of the pack, Chamberlain snap towards goal, but again it's going to be Savoury down there. If he wants to keep it in play, no, he just lets it go out. Just going to be a boundary throw in and stoppage in play here for Mount Evelyn inside the 450. Throwing back into play now. Now a kick. Does this stay in play? Yes, it does. And a bounce favours him. Merritt can try and mop this one up. Gets around the tackle. Tries to run around the second. Oh, almost does it. Great tackle laid there. Shepherd intercepts it. Shepherd, handball over the top. Uses his running player. Now they can go 40 for his Thornton. And gets it to Havern, the crowd favourite. Havern, beyond the arc here. What's he got to do? He points towards the goals and says, I'll have a crack. Kick 2 in the third quarter. Absolutely ignited the Monbulk balcony. Can he put through number 3? Havern, kick is on its way. Not going to quite make the distance, and it's going to be in the goal square. Can it be taken? Not quite. Wentworth chases after it. Can he get it in his control? Not quite, and it goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So in the forward 50 here for Monbulk. 13 and a half minutes gone in this last turn. They hold a 4-point lead here over Mount Evelyn. This ball's thrown back into play here. Havern does the ruck dues this time. Matt Gordon comes over the top and punches it for Mount Evelyn. But it's going to be Monbulk who will get underneath this. Can they get a handball out? Tackle's laid straight away and they're not going anywhere. So the umpire blows his whistle for it to be balled up here in between the centre circle and centre half forward for Monbulk. So now to throw this one, ball this one up. Gordon tries to grab it out of the ruck, but met with a tackle straight away. Is that holding the ball because he's grabbed it out of the ruck? I think it might be, and the umpire says no. For about we're probably over halfway through this last term now. The ball's thrown up, tapped down. Now they get away here. Mount Evelyn with a clearing kick through Michael Gibbons. Does it stay in play, or is it helped over? It is helped over. So, just the minor. So they've gained some territory and they've got themselves to the half forward. And it'll be a boundary throw in here. It's going to be Rutherford and Matt Gordon go up. Rutherford gets the tap down, then follows up his own work and gets a handball out. No one gets it. So Rutherford goes back and gets it himself and gets a handball over to Banks. Banks gets a handball out. Now they can run up the ground here. Over to Houston. Houston. There's a whistle for a free kick, I believe, or maybe I'm hearing things. No, everyone stopped because they did hear the whistle. Is it going to be downfield or... No, they're going to bring it back. Because they come back here to Rutherford. So Rutherford puts a low darting kick to centre half forward. Spencer comes in and grabs it, gets it at ground level. Handball. Now, Mount Evelyn try and get out of danger. Shepherd meets him with a tackle. Is that holding the ball? How's the umpire see this? He says holding the ball. And I think if it's in Shepherd's hand, we saw him kick a goal from outside 50 in the first quarter. We know what such a long range kick he is. This is not out of him. He's got this within him. So Shepherd to push the lead back out to 10 points. Comes on his arc to wheel around. Kick is on its way. It's probably just going to fall short. Is there a mark taken? No, it's just punched over the line for a minor score. So 5 points is now the margin. Monbulk's favourite, and it's been going 16 and a half minutes into this quarter. Kick out wide, and they waste no time trying to move the ball, but it's going to be intercepted. Matter of fact, no, it's not. Adam Banks with a big, strong tackle there. Now they move him forward. Kick inside the forward 50 here for Monbulk. Now it's going to be a ball up in the forward 50 here for Monbulk. 17 minutes gone. Herverd gets the tap down. Ball at ground level. The umpires let that play on for a bit, and he's going to pin him holding the ball. To Mount Evelyn. Kick down the line. Can they try and make something of this? They just need one goal to hit the front. It's a 5 points the margin. Beercroft goes and gets it, but he's tackled straight away, not going anywhere, so umpire calls for the ball. Tap down now. Looks like it's not travelling anywhere. It's the umpire. Calls the ball to be ball. And we have ticked in the red time, so that 18-minute mark has been ticked over now. The umpire balls this one up. Tapped out the back. Mount Evelyn tried to move it forward here through Hale. And it's intercepted, smothered. But now Mount Evelyn go again. McKernan flies, punches it forward. Hood's in the region. Can they get it out here? Not quite, but a nice tackle is laid. The umpire calls the ball to be balled up here. It's thrown up now. Tap down there, one by Evans. So now it's at ground level. So you see a little bit of push and shove going into the dying stages of the game too. The two ruck battles. Battle it out here. Evans and Gordon. So two primary rucks in the dying stages of the game will be put into the middle. Now it's down. Handball out. Can I get it moving? Not quite. So ball to be brought up here. Can they get a clearing stoppage here, Mount Evelyn, to get a clearing kick out into their forward line? There's still plenty of time. Big strong tackle laid there. Ball's not travelling anywhere. Was that dragged in? The umpire waits and then calls for the ball to be balled back up. So still on the far side on the wing here. Not really looking to travel anywhere as we get a boring chant from the crowd because it's not moving anywhere. The ball's thrown up. Tapped out the back by Gordon, but again, a strong tackle is laid by Spencer. Umpire again blows his whistle to ball this one up. 20 minutes now gone. 5 points still the margin in favour of Monbulk. Ball's thrown up. Tapped down, one by Evans. Kiff goes in and gets a handball. But another strong tackle laid by Spencer. The captain putting his team on the back of it. It's just the ball up here. Couple of strong tackles by the standing skipper today. But Spencer. Tap down. Is that in the back? Umpire says play on. But here go Mount Evelyn. Can they get a clearing moving forward here? Kiff tries to go and get it. He gets a handball back. And now it's another tackle by Spencer. He's tackling everyone. The tackling machine these last few minutes. Now a kick inside the 450 by Gibbons. And it looks like it's going to be Savoury again. Is that 25? It has to be. I think the umpire's given the benefit of the doubt. So Savoury just goes wide. He's played a brilliant game, Rob Savoury. Goes wide. Now they can go back inside the forward 50 here. Mount Evelyn. Savoury parks himself underneath again, unable to hold the mark. This time gathering it is Jack Darwood Gilly. Now he agrees it forward. But it's holding the ball now. Mount Evelyn with a chance to go inside 450. Chamberlain presents and he drops it. Not the mark on the drop. Hall gets a handball on the top. Kift gets it now, and Kift is tackled. Chamberlain was all out on his own for that lead. The perfect opportunity, and he just wasn't able to hold on to it. Punched out by Evans. Now Hood gets a snap over his body there. Burkett will have to come up and meet it. Going to ground there. Monbulk. Can they get a handball out? Evans gets the handball out, but another tackle laid. 22 minutes gone now. 5 points still the margin. The ball's gone up into play now. Tap down. Goes to the far side. They look to move it forward here. They look to have a shot on goal here, Mount Evelyn, to put themselves back in front. It's going to be Gibbons. Tucked up right on the boundary. It's going to take a brilliant kick, and he kicks it. It's just going to be a set-up kick. Can a mark be taken here? Not quite. It's going to be punched over the line for a minor score. 4 points the margin now. 23 minutes gone. Savoury to bring the ball back in play, has played a brilliant game in the back half. Savoury intercepting everything that comes his way. He goes wide. Important mark to be taken. It's going to be a free kick. Who ahead? Quickly puts it in. McKernan. Oh, just a bit too much on the kick. It's going to be punched over, but not the worst result. Matter of fact, I think it's going to be a free kick to Savoury. So I look to bring the ball back into play. Savoury goes wide. Can a mark be taken? Yes, at the right time. Is that man Bearcroft. So now he just goes long down the line. Doesn't need a bite off any kicks he doesn't have to. And Lockie Shepherd with a nice overhead mark. Another great game by Shepherd. He goes wide and just hits his target, making Wentworth really work. Wentworth goes short to Bearcroft. Oh, that's not the kick you want to be doing in these dying stages. And Matt Evelyn have the ball in hand, but it's 3-on-1 in Monbulk's favour. Hoare drops the mark he should have held on to. Now Gordon gives a handball over the top, but doesn't quite meet his teammate. Gibbons goes back, gives it back to Gordon. Gordon tries to dance around, doesn't know where to go. Goes short, gives it to Kift or to Want. Take your pick. Plays on. It's McKernan. McKernan gives the handball. McKernan shot on goal. How's it sit? Just across the face. 3 points the margin. I thought that kick they tried to bite off in the inside kick was going to cost him, but luckily for Monbulk, it hasn't for now. Burley brings the ball back into Savoury. Savoury, it's 25 minutes gone now. Kicks, just bangs it down the line. Can there be a mark taken from either side here? No, it falls to the front of the pack. They've just got to lock it in. It's going to be a ball up on this far side. Now it's a ball up. Tap one there by Evans. Wouldn't be much long to go in the game. 27 minutes the first quarter went for, 23-29 the second. The third quarter went for about 26. And we are now at 25-50. Tap over his head, one by Gordon. He tries to get the ball moving inside. He's forward 50. Tackle is laid. No clear possession being won. Now they get a handball out, but Bearcroft's the first one onto it. And there's the story. Monbulk have won a thriller. They have won it by 3 points. After not leading at all in the first half and majority of the third quarter, Monbulk and bit back, got the lead and have gone home with the 3-point victory over Mount Evelyn. 5-10-40 have defeated 5-7-37. What a game it was in the end. Mount Evelyn will be spewing on that one. They had it all in their hands. It's currently sitting 6 on the ladder, a game out. But Monbulk just proven too good. Partially by, I think, the third quarter of the last few minutes by crowd favourite down here, Jonathan Avert, who kicked 2 goals in a matter of minutes and kicked the goal that put them in front. And then a bit of magic by Adam Banks in the boundary line made him go into the three-quarter time break by 9 points. But it is Monbulk with a 3-point victory over here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Local Foot Hub exclusive match, and we'll see you guys again next week.